More social researchers should work with big data because that's the world we live in. That's the form data comes in. Of course, we don't know exactly what is big data, what counts as big data, and it's a buzzword. But there's more data available than ever before, and we have to take advantage of it. There's no question. There's still a place for smaller data sets, for doing research with more kind of custom-built data, ethnographic research, interview data, and so forth. But you should do it because you don't have to do what we had to do in the late 90s and early 2000s in terms of collecting data when it was so difficult to get any kind of natural language data. It was very, very hard. Now everything is available. You should use it, but you should think very carefully about how you're acquiring it and sampling strategies and what your sampling decisions have to do and the implications of your decisions about data acquisition and data sampling for your project. But you should do it because it's a very rich source of information about people's everyday lives. This is trace data that we used to only be able to dream about. So there are a number of challenges for the social sciences, and I could go on for a long time about how we have to reform some of what we're doing. It's challenging for us to keep people with quantitative and computational skills when they can be pulled away by industry. It's challenging for the way we do business, where we expect our students to do projects more or less on their own. So if you write a dissertation, it's your dissertation, you write the literature review, you learn the theory, you collect the data, you apply the methods and so forth. Everything is done by one person. And that's a very almost medieval, it's an old way of doing business, and it's hard for us to compete with companies that are working with a division of labor and people are very specialized. So it's challenging for one person to learn all those things and get them right. When you're senior in academia, you can collaborate with people. So I enjoy working with big data hands-on, but I know I'm better off focusing on theory, research design, research questions, and letting people with very specialized technical skills do the technical work. So you should learn all you can about as many areas as you can, and then specialize. And I think that's something that we need to think about as people who have some responsibility for academic programs. What kind of training should students get? What can we expect of students in terms of learning all these different areas? You should know something about all of them, but it's not good to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. So it's a real challenge for the social sciences.